Hi everyone, Gianni Di Poce here with you for TheoTrade, and today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Stocks are pulling back a little bit today after staging a very impressive run up over the last few weeks, and some of the headlines today concern another potential escalation in geopolitical matters, but my position is still that it's largely a sideshow at this point and that the market has fully priced in the consequences of this conflict. And so I think we're past the shakeup phase of the uncertainty of this conflict. And war does historically tend to be bullish for markets. I don't say that with pleasure, but it's a reality that we must face in order to operate in this reality accordingly. So S&P here, a little bit of sideways action. A little bit of a bounce off the session lows so far. I wouldn't be surprised if we went sideways a little bit more here in the next couple of days, but we're still very early in this rally with substantially higher prices in the cards. For the S&P, I'm looking at a rally up to 7650, 7700 conservatively. And you take a look here at the NASDAQ, you actually hit a new all-time high earlier in the session. And the fact that the NASDAQ continues to display relative strength, outperforming the other indices, is a very good sign. And you can see these two white lines that I have drawn on this chart. I was talking about this earlier this week, and it represents a major breakout from a rectangle pattern. This is a very significant break that we're seeing in the NASDAQ right now, as you know, you basically have gone sideways for 8 months and built a base that is around 3,000 points, and you're just starting to break above that now. So we're still very early in this move, and it really lends credence to the idea of the bigger the base, the higher the space. So you're still seeing chips lead today. Speaking of chips, semiconductor index making a new all-time high. We just booked a 51% profit over in the Trinity Trade in Marvell Technology in 3 weeks. So this was another example of a chart that was already in an uptrend, and then you started to base into this ascending triangle pattern. These are known to be continuation patterns, which means they lead to a continuation of the underlying trend. The signal to get long was here on the 31st of March. We rode the wave higher in the Trinity Trade, booking 51% gains in 3 weeks. And all the signs were there. RSI overbought. You had volume rising above the 20-day moving average. This is exactly what you want to see. And, all this headlines of institutions chasing semiconductor names. We also booked 170% gains in AMD calls last week. So as the big players are chasing this move, those of us over in the Trinity Trade are cashing out on these moves, looking for the other opportunities in the market, and there are plenty of them right now. Technology hit a new all-time high earlier today. We're still seeing technology absolutely run the table and dominate the tape. Top performing sector for the third consecutive week last week, now the strongest performing sector on the month, and back to its position as the strongest performing sector on the year over the last 52 weeks, that is. Now, of course, this market is still at the mercy of energy, and we did see a nice pop in oil prices after the latest headlines earlier today, but a lot of the oil stocks look like they're poised for a period of sideways action. I'm not exactly convinced that we've seen a low here in oil just yet. That being said, I am looking for a low in oil in the coming weeks, preferably around $75 a barrel. Don't be surprised if it turns into a sell the rumor, buy the news of another sort of ceasefire or agreement in the coming weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a final washout lower on such developments, but that ends up being a tradable bottom in the energy space. Overall, really positive things continue to play out in this market. The Mag 7, still as a basket going sideways. I do like to look at the Mag 10 quite a bit as well. Obviously, AMD helping quite a bit on that one. Broadcom still looking pretty strong. We're coming into earnings season right now, guys, over the next couple of weeks. And I think the leadership we're seeing from tech is pricing in the reality that earnings are going to be stronger than expected. I think, like I said, the Iran situation has become a sideshow for this market. The VIX is still below 20. The VIX cash is still below 20, and below there, I think this is very much a dip buying environment. We're going to continue to look for substantially more upside. When it comes to the NASDAQ, my upside target on this is 29,000, 30,000 conservatively. We could be there in a matter of a couple of months, largely because this rally is so hated and there's so much disbelief surrounding it. Just a few weeks ago, things were not looking very good. Well, it just goes to show how positioning matters more. The narrative and sentiment follows price, not the other way around. So off the back of this strength in energy today, you are seeing the dollar see a nice bid. Dollar yen is higher, showing the carry trade is alive and well. And we're pretty much flat to sideways against the euro. Bonds are selling off on the news, which is pretty normal. When oil zigs, bond zags. And so I'm looking for dollar strength to continue as long as bonds are struggling to find a new direction here. But we're on the verge of confirming an important low in bonds. You would likely need oil to wash out lower once again in order for that scenario to play out. But lower interest rates does support tech. It does support stocks, especially in a broader inflationary environment. Stocks and bonds tend to correlate in the same direction. You take a look here at precious metals, seeing some sell side action here today due to the rebound in the dollar and the weakness in bonds. So that is pretty straightforward at the moment. And you take a look at crypto, I continue to consider this the last bullish domino to fall. Been pretty resilient. You gap down after the weekend geopolitical headlines, but you're holding still above 74 to 76,000 in Bitcoin, which I think is a very good sign. So as long as you hold above that, there is a pathway for this to rally up to, 82 to 86,000. That's going to be a big test. I'm still not even convinced that Bitcoin will make a new all-time high again. That remains to be seen. But Ethereum also holding above 23, 2400. You hold above there. There is a pathway for this to go to, 30, 31, 3300. And again, if you start to see that play out, I think it's going to add fuel to the bullish fire in this environment. So rest assured that the headlines are going to continue to be borderline hysterical. Sentiment is not bullish yet. There's a lot of chasing going on. Short squeezes are playing out left and right. This is all about positioning. So this is not a tape to be chasing. If you miss this move higher, be patient because there are individual setups that are still forming in this environment, and you just have to have a way to spot them and trade them with confidence. We have that over in the Trinity. This is a fantastic market environment for that as well. So that's what I have for today, everyone. Buckle up, ride the wave, because looks like stocks are heading higher. Any dips are gifts. Buy them, buy breaks to new highs. This is looking good, guys. So I'll keep you posted in the TheoTrade chat room. See you in the trade desk. Take care, everyone. Until next time.